Interesting. This crossroads once consisted of dusty roads in this tower. Now the tower is kind of lost in the middle of the city. Interesting. It's a steam vent. Each college has its own coat of arms. Classy. Hey, you're losing a paper.
What?
Take a look. If you're free tonight, it's just an easy few hours for 15 pounds. Every student needs money, right? This is like taking candy from a baby, my friend.
Oh, this is great. Brilliant.
What do you mean?
Oh, this is a joke, right? Styles? Experiment?
No, it's 15 pounds. What's so funny about that?
Ah, you're serious. I guess it takes a freak to work for a freak. Good day.
Great. It appears I'm working for Dracula. Nice. Hello, miss. You won't want to miss this. Easy money for a few hours of rest and relaxation. I can sign you up right now.
Dr. Styles, are you insane?
What is it?
Chance of a lifetime. Or, at the very least, the most fun you've ever had in a straitjacket. Just a little neurobiology humor there.
Not bloody likely. Look, you won't find anyone stupid enough to do an experiment with Styles, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah? There's gotta be somebody stupid enough in Oxford. Or maybe not. Well, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Sorry, Houdini. I tried. First-year student orientation party at St. Edmund's Quad. It's today. Freshmen! First-year student orientation party at St. Edmund's Quad. It's today. Each column. Interesting outfit. Something tells me he's not just hanging out there for his health.
Your ID.
Driver's license?
Student ID.
Oh, that. I left it in my room. Sorry.
Not so fast. Them's the rules and there's the street. Have a nice day.
Thanks. An Alice in Wonderland gift shop? Not really my thing. The pub is called the Windy... Unfortunately... Cool. A magic shop. This deserves a careful approach. I should... It's the Daedalus Club logo.
Is that really wise, I wonder?
Hi. This is a Daedalus Club puzzle box, isn't it?
Is it? My. What a mystery.
First year student orient fresh. He doesn't look like Harry Houdini. Triggering the invisible wire. Triggering the...
Can I be of assistance, young lady?
I hope so. That is a Daedalus Club puzzle box, isn't it? I recognize the club logo.
Do you? And what would an American like you know about the Daedalus Club?
I've been in Europe for almost 2 years now. I know a lot of street magicians on the continent.
Ah, I thought you had the look. Watch carefully. Where's the ball?
Where's the ball?
Very nice, my dear. My name is Mephistopheles. And who are you?
Samantha Everett. Sam. But my stage name is Lady Byron.
Nope, never heard of you.
Well, I haven't been in England long. So about the Daedalus Club. I know they have a dinner club in London. Are they here in Oxford, too? Do they run this shop?
As in the Roman times, we are merely a lowly outpost, and not the thing itself.
I heard they run public games, riddles, and scavenger hunts. That kind of thing. Is that what the box is? A public game? They might put those in any friendly establishment.
They might.
You're curious to know what I know about...
Oh, very.
I worked with the great Scarpelli in Rome last summer. He told...
The great Scarpelli. Red-haired, garlic...
That's him.
Oh,
He said it's the most secret club for magicians and illusionists on Earth. All the great masters belong to it.
Do they? And what other morsels did he divulge?
To become a member, you have to pull off a grand game, like a major public illusion, or legendary con. He's worked on one for several years, but hasn't perfected it yet.
A common fate, I'm afraid. But one must always start somewhere, Miss Everett.
Yes, I believe... That did it. This is a Daedalus Club riddle. My first one. This is a Daedalus... The riddle says something about the scholar's heart.
I would take that to mean the heart of the university. But I wouldn't depend on my help if I were you. I'm a miser with it, for one thing. And if you got aid, how would you know if you were worthy of the game? And the game of you.
I didn't. Right. Never mind. What happens if I...
What happens? Only one way to find out.
It's a steam...
Oh, come on. What do you want, blood? I told you I'd delete your scene.
And I'm supposed to trust you?
Please, I'm whining now. I'm whimpering. You're killing me here.
Maybe you'll think twice next time. I've nothing more to say to you.
Hey, hi. Sorry to bother you, but I overheard your accent. You're an American?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm Sam from D.C.
I'm Harvey Kinderman, the Big Apple. You don't look American, you know. Maybe French.
What? Oh, come on. There are a lot of people like me in New York.
I guess. Those French are everywhere.
I'm glad to see you still have your sense of humor. I noticed you were fighting with your girlfriend.
Girlfriend? President of the Lynch Harvey Kinderman Club is more like it.
You haven't been here long enough to get into trouble, have you?
Are you kidding? I can get people to hate me in under 10 seconds flat. That girl, for instance, Lisa, she loathes me to the point of breaking into my room and deleting my latest film from my computer. And she took the only hard copy I had, a Kinderman masterpiece. Gone. And I've known her less than 2 weeks. I'm telling you, it's a gift.
Why would Lisa do something like that?
No reason on God's earth.
She's in the film, right? What'd you get her doing?
It was a commode soliloquy. Artistic truth, man. I mean, the film's about superficiality and how we're all really just flesh and blood underneath all the glamour.
I'll buy that, but I wouldn't if I were Lisa.
She didn't. She's pretty much being a major B on toast.
Say, I bet you could use some extra cash. You know, for film or production costs or whatever.
What's the catch?
My prof has this little experiment going on tonight. It's, a neurobiology thing. Easy as pie, and it pays 15 pounds for just a few hours of work.
Boy, have you got the wrong guy. I won't even go to the dentist, and the last time I had blood drawn, they had to call in the National Guard. I don't want anything to do with needles, anything needle-like, or anything that involves putting anything small and shiny anywhere close to my skin. Even jewelry makes me nervous.
What do you study?
Technically, I'm in the international...
But not really.
No, I am. It's just, you know how you can get splinters under your nail and it bleeds and stuff under there and it hurts so bad you just want to hit something? Law is kind of like that for me.
And you're studying it. Why?
My dad, he has this high hopes thing. Talk about guilt. But hey, it's fine. I'm in England and I wanted a chance to check out British filmmakers, so it works. Mostly.
Geez, suck it up and tell him, Hart. It's your life.
Yeah, thanks. I'll get right on that.
Does Lisa have your movie with her?
Yeah, it's in that Godzilla purse of hers. I would have kicked her shins and run with it, but then she'd have to hurt me.
Is it on DVD?
Super 8, why?
Do you have a spare Super 8 film cartridge with you?
Yeah. Again, why?
Just weighing my options.
You have options? Wow, can I have some? I'm fresh out.
All right. How badly do you want that movie back, Kinderman?
You shouldn't call me by my last name. It turns me on.
Listen, if you do this experiment for me tonight, I'll get your cartridge back.
What is this, Torture Harvey Day? Do I get my choice of the guillotine or the rope? Is that it?
Stop being a wuss. This thing tonight isn't gonna hurt or anything. Besides, I thought your film was Orwellian. Do you want to be talking about it at the age of 50 in the actor studio as your lost masterpiece?
Sheesh, turn the screws. All right. But what are you planning to do?
Trust me, she won't feel a thing. Give me the spare cartridge.
This ought to be interesting.
Yeah, I can take her down, no problem. But first, I need to pick the right trick. I don't think that really applies. I don't think that trick doesn't. I don't think that. Huh, I like that one, but it doesn't really make sense in. Huh, I like that one. I don't think that. Yes, that should work. saw you talking to Harvey Kinderman. I wanted to warn you about him. Seriously.
You're a little late.
You're joking. Did he film you?
As a matter of fact, he did. You don't mean to say he filmed you too?
Yeah. I was at a party a couple of nights ago, and I was feeling sick, so I went outside to, be sick. I looked up, and that degenerate was filming me, puking, in the bushes!
He's a worm. I'm glad I'm making him suffer.
You are? How?
I've got the film he took of me, and it's the only copy too. I made sure of that.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I deleted it from his computer myself.
Are you sure you got the right cartridge, though? I was in his room looking for mine, but there was so much crap everywhere. Most of the tapes weren't even labeled. I bet you didn't get the right one.
I have the cartridge. This is the name of the film he said he was making. It's on the label.
Can I see?
Careful with that.
You know what I'd do if I were you? See that barrel over there?
What are you? Wait a minute!
Now you'll be sure that no one will ever see it.
What a nerve. Americans.
Tell me you didn't just burn my film! Hey, this is it. What are you, like the amazing Kreskin or something? I never saw you make the switcheroo.
Yeah, forget it. But don't forget about tonight. You promised.
I'll be there, never fear. Hey, I got my film back. And the best part is, Lisa thinks it's destroyed.
Apparently, she thinks she's on the French Riviera. Not really my type, but beggars can't be choosers. Hi. It's a good day for the sun thing.
Oh, a diversion. Thank God. I was about to die of boredom. I'm Helena.
Sam. Antha. Or just Sam is fine too.
You're a student here? You don't look like one.
Of course I am. Are you?
For 2 glorious weeks now. Time of my life.
If you're really bored, why don't you come with me tonight?
To do what?
I'm going to a psych experiment. Pretty amusing, actually. Very Dr. Strangelove.
Not for me. I have plans for this body of mine, and no doctor's going to get his greedy little hands on it.
It's just a psych thing. I'm sure Dr. Stiles won't do any permanent damage.
I'm not interested.
What do you study?
Art history, which isn't horrible. I do have any. That's why Papa sent me here. He said if I was...
Gee, sounds...
You have no idea. Care for a vodka and soda?
Suit your... Where are you from, Helena?
God, not remotely. I'm from a tiny little country. You wouldn't have heard of it.
I wouldn't have heard of your country.
Trust me.
I take it you don't like Oxford.
God, no. Papa insisted. He thinks I can't possibly get into trouble here. Well, I thought I'd show him. But now that I'm here, I think he might actually be right. What a pedestrian snore. You look like someone who knows how to party. Where do you go?
Haven't found much of a scene yet. Mostly pubs with fish and chips. A snore like you... What is it?
Well, the one thing that can be said about Oxford is it has some delicious men. That is the plat de resistance.
Nice.
Nice? Darling, that prime specimen is Charles Ettington. I've tried to talk to him a few times, but he's mortally shy. I think he might even be a virgin.
You think? Charles Eddington will be at this experiment I'm going to tonight.
You're lying.
Not.
Why would he be in this psych experiment?
I don't know. Maybe he needs money. Or maybe he's interested in neurobiology. You'd have to ask him.
I doubt Charles Ettington needs money. In fact, I don't believe you even know him.
We'll see about that, won't we? Mind if I hang around? I was supposed to meet a friend here.
Well...
The letter on top is from Gertrude Eddington. I bet that's his mother. Did you get mail from home? Sorry. It's just that I've been expecting a letter from my mom for days. I'm beginning to think the Oxford Post is eating it.
No?
I've been here for 2 weeks, and I still haven't received a letter from my mom. She promised to write all the time. It doesn't take that long for stuff to get here from the US, does it?
Dunno. Never got anything from there.
Of course not. Duh, I'm sorry. Ragging on like a total loser.
I get mail every day. My mum, she writes to me every day.
No way. God, you're lucky. I miss my mom so much. So how come you haven't opened it yet?
Mum and I always ate dinner together, so I like to read it then.
Aw, isn't that sweet? Mom and I love to ride bikes together. But reading her letters on a bike probably wouldn't be the best idea. Homer's Iliad. I see you're reading the Iliad.
You've read the Iliad?
Yeah, but I like the Odyssey best. I love the gods and their infighting.
My favourite part is the Cyclops. I like the way they tie themselves under the sheet to escape.
I love that part. Can you believe those were the first novels ever written? And Homer still beats the crap out of anything Hollywood has put out, in my humble opinion.
Absolutely. What's even more amazing is that he recited it from memory. Can you imagine hearing him do that?
That would be amazing. Wow.
Well, I'd better get back to it.
Listen, there's something you might be... I've gotten into a psych experiment that's being done by one of the Oxford...
That would be interesting. But I'd need...
But this starts...
Then I can't. I couldn't do something like that with...
Oh no! Dr. Stiles is a really famous neurobiologist, and he almost never...
I can't without talking...
Okay. This one is... I don't think that really applies here. I can only set up the first part of the trick to get the letter for now. Well, you know what they say. Fluffy white clouds means it's a beautiful day to fly a kite.
I don't see any kites.
It's just an expression. See you later, Homer. I'll need to find something to help me open this. A girl traveling on her own. I'll need to find... Ouch! Hot! Charles's mother certainly is involved. Must be nice to have someone who actually gives a crap. Convenient of her to include a health fair flyer. That works. Well, don't... Apparently it's going to be a lot... Apparently it's going to... Now I can seal it and it's ready to go. Now I just need to return this. Now I just need to... Now I can finish the trick. Hey, Homer, do you happen to know if that payphone over there works for international calls? I was thinking about calling my mom.
Couldn't say.
That's all right. I'll go check. See ya. I'm pretty sure he'll take the bait.
Damn it! What's your secret? I haven't been able to get as much as a hello out of the boy. And there you are, chatting away.
Well, you know, you get really close to people when you work together. But you have to be gentle with Charles. He's so inexperienced.
You are diabolical.
I know. So are you coming tonight? Or do I have Charles all to myself? Funny thing about virginity, it's such a temporary state.
Satan incarnate. Are you sure this is safe?
Would I steer you wrong?
All right, I'll be there. Oh, what fun.
She looks like the timid type. May I hang around? I'm waiting on a call.
Oh, sure. Should I... Do you want me to leave?
No. God, no. You were here first. Looks like I missed the party.
Oh, I just came out to get a little...
Oh, well, I'm Sam. Samantha Everett.
Angela Mulholland.
How did you end up...
I got a scholarship.
Lucky.
Oh, it wasn't luck. It was fate. You know, sometimes...
Oh, yeah, fate. I believe in that. Totally. I like your accent.
Yes. Well, I grew up on an island in Scotland.
An island? Wasn't it...
Not at all. It's a big island. I could ride my bike around it, but it took hours. And in the autumn, like now, the leaves were so bright red and gold. You could ride your bike and the tyres would crunch through them and make the best sound in the world. From the cliffs, the sea looked like wild horses. My father always said that.
Sounds nice.
Sorry, I don't know why I said all.
Do you go home a lot?
I do.
Do you have a lot of...
Oh,
What do you study?
nursing.
You don't sound very sure.
I've changed my focus a few times, but I do want to go into medicine.
Me?
I used to be in that department. I know all...
Not right now. No. Angela seems ripe for something. That payphone might come in handy. I'll need to get the number off it. That payphone might come in handy. That payphone might come in handy. I'll need to get... That payphone... That pay... There. I put the number into my cell phone memory. It should be dialed automatically if I press dial. I need to get my cell phone set up.
This number is no...
I don't need to call anyone right now. I need to get myself... I don't need to call anyone right now. I need to get myself... I need to get myself...
This number is no longer... This number...
I don't need to call anyone right now.
This number is...
I don't need to call anyone right now. I don't need to call anyone. That phone is about to ring. I can feel it. Hello? This is Sam Everett. Terrific. Thank you so much. I'll see you tonight.
How did you know the phone would ring just now?
Oh, you know. Just this little twinge I get when something really big is about to happen.
But...
That was a call I've been waiting on. It's about this exciting research project. Everyone in Oxford would want to do it if they knew about it. Fortunately, nobody does. It pays well, too.
I'm very happy for you. But do you really get premonitions?
No. Just, you know, when fate's involved. The way you said. Anyway, this experiment is being done by a famous neurobiologist. I've played with the idea of going into medicine someday, so I wanted to see a clinical experiment firsthand. Angela?
Famous neurobiologist? Who?
He's a professor. Dr. Stiles. He's really amazing. World famous. There are some stupid rumors about him. So not true. Anyway, this is a great research project, and such a valuable experience. Especially if you're going into medicine. Know what I mean? I think there might be a slot left for another volunteer. You could do it with me if you want. It would be fun.
Could I?
Sure. Tonight if you want. It's the first session.
Are you sure? Do you need to call them and ask?
No. He mentioned that they need a few more volunteers. I'll call and let them know you're coming.
Thank you, Sam. I'll see you then.
No problem.